everybody, it's me, Joni. Happy Saturday. What a beautiful day. So, I was out walking Xena after her dinner, and Baxter didn't want to go. Sometimes he doesn't like to go on the walk in the nighttime because, he's an old man, so that's okay. So me and Xena were on our walk, and we're walking down the street, and there's these three kids, little boy and two little girls, and they're playing on this mound of snow, one of the few that are left. It's in their front yard that they're playing on it. So they see us coming, and I see their eyes get really big, and they all have masks. So they put their little masks up over their faces, and they all come to the edge of the sidewalk, and they're like, "Can we say hi to your dog?" I said, "Oh, sure, she would love that. This is Xena. She's a little shy at first." And they're like, "Oh, hi, Xena." And they're patting her, and the one little girl is like, "I have a dog, and it's a black and white pit bull beagle mix, we think, but we're not sure. But we're not going to do that expensive test to find out what she is." And the other little girl is like, "No, we don't need to know what she is because we love her and she's a good dog." I said, "Isn't that what matters, that she's a good dog?" And they said, "Yep, as long as they're kind and they're a good dog, that's what matters." And I'm like, "Yeah, so why does it matter?" And they're like, "People, yeah, they're the same way. It's the same thing. It shouldn't matter, right?" And I'm like, "You're right, kids, you're right." And the whole time, this little boy is looking right at Xena, and he's like staring into her eyes. And the girls and I are having this conversation, and then all of a sudden he looks up and he's like, "This is the best dog ever. Do you know she just said to me, 'You're a good boy'?" And I was like, "Oh, really?" Well, Xena, she knows things. She knows things about people, and I'm sure she sees that in you. And so it was like just so cute. So I'm like, "Okay, well, Xena and I, we gotta go. So nice to talk to you guys." And we're like, "Well," and the one little girl said, "If you want to see what our dog looks like, look up black and white pit bull / beagle on the internet, and you'll see a picture that looks just like her." I'm like, "Okay, great. I'll look that up when I get, when I get home." And then the other little girl says, "Well, he does get a little wild sometimes." And I'm like, "Yeah, Xena, she's not very wild, is she?" And that little girl looks at me and she says, "No, she's too full of love." And I was just like, oh, my heart just exploded. I said, "Just like you kids are. You just keep that up. You just stay full of love." And they said, "Okay, bye, Xena." And then we just walked home. So that was just a lovely story, and it filled my heart with such joy. So I thought I'd share it with all of you. I hope you have a good rest of your Saturday, and keep it coming from the love side, people.